Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's King Blaine here again. Obviously, we're playing some more Drive Beyond Horizon. I'm just getting some stuff set up on the back end quick. Give me a second. I'm just wait for Frosty Tools to shut up. Okay.
We good.
No ads or anything this time. Just keep it off till that we're done. Open that fucking door. Oh, I've already done my vehicle. Perfect. Let's pull the brakes on all these cars. I need some money today. Let's go check that computer for
Sticking
deals.
through these ad breaks supports the stream. Thank you. Hooray, stay tuned, eyes. What island changes its national allegiance every 6 months between two countries?
I have
Find
no
out when the
idea.
ads end in about a minute.
Fucking none of these are good. Damn it. None of them are good.
Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Horizon Classic, your ultimate
Man,
companion on
another
the road.
bug tire?
I'm Sarah, and I'm here to bring you the best tunes and the latest updates for your
Put the
in-game
tire on.
adventures. All our music is copyright-free, specially crafted by our talented sound designer. That means
I think
our
we got another
streamer
place to
friends
stop.
can play our
Right
tracks
here.
without any worries about DMCA strikes. Your streams and replays are safe with us. Stay tuned for important in-game updates and
Ooh,
events.
maybe
that
that'll
you
have the
won't
engine I
wanna
need.
miss.
Looks like it has the engine I need. Nope. Got the dog up. You guys got more than the transporter things here? No. I don't particularly think so.
Pheasant Island is unique for alternating sovereignty between France and Spain every 6 months, an uninhabited river island with a shared history.
Things needlessly complex for no reason. Not gonna lie. Whatever. What did I need? Front left headlight I need. 49.51. Front left headlight would make front license plate too. Nope, no front left headlight. I think I've got floor mats and the pedals, but I'll check both. Got 2 seats, glove box, steering wheel. Got the shifter. Do I need anything off of this truck? It does not have any of the pieces I need. I don't think it has any of the pieces I need. Nah, don't think so. What about interior? Nope, it's got the little light. I'm missing. Missing like plates. So 2 license plates. Front light. Front left light. That's 3 pieces. Still missing 2 more pieces. What are the other 2 that I am missing?
Are people afraid or what?
Battery, radiator, got all that.
Hi, it's Samantha. My boyfriend and I are having an issue.
Oh, sweetheart, unless your boyfriend is a car, I'm not interested. Save the drama for your mama.
I really need
I am really not sure what parts
Show to call into.
I'm missing at this
Hi.
point. Hello, Gray. How are you doing, buddy?
Your boyfriend and I will fuck on the backseat of a Mustang.
Are you
Alright, let's get back to the tunes before I lose
So,
my sanity.
what's new to the game?
I don't know. Not really much. It's just Wednesday and we haven't finished all the
Since
cards
I
yet.
believe you said there was an update.
I don't know if I said there was an update to this game. I don't remember. I know I said that once I finished these cars, we were waiting for an update.
Okay, then maybe I misunderstood you, that's fine.
Maybe, because I don't think there's been another update yet. Maybe a patch here or there, but I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure on a lot of things.
There wasn't any major updates to that trader game, was there?
I don't think so. I think we're still waiting on the next major update. I don't think the next major update was scheduled for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Lately, I've just been playing a lot of Car Dealer Simulator, trying to get through everything on that one. Why I bought all them parts and everything. I'm trying to get
I'm
through.
waiting for you to be able to find an army base and take vehicles to use for your people.
I don't know if that's even in the works. They have a roadmap. I don't remember anything like that on the roadmap.
Damn. I was thinking like Humvees.
I said I just don't think there's anything like that on the roadmap. I think it's all just around trading.
Introducing
Except
Bobo
with
Solver, your ultimate
vehicles,
companion
you
for
could go
handling life's
longer
little mishaps with
distances to
ease.
trade.
Whether at home, on the go, or outdoors, Bobo Solver is your go-to solution for quick and effective first aid.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is my nephew. He's 16.
I would have to go and look at the roadmap again, but I really don't think that's even in the works.
Why did you hit me with that shovel? I'm bleeding.
Don't worry, we have a Bobo Solver at home.
But I don't give a fuck. I need to go
I
to
don't
the
think I
hospital.
ever heard anything on vehicles in that game.
Discover the
No,
convenience and
that's
effectiveness of
fine.
Bobo Solver
I'll
today.
just
Available at your
curious.
local pharmacy or online retailer. Horizon.
Classic. Welcome to Gas Gas Gas, where your journey begins with convenience and reliability. Fuel up with confidence at our state-of-the-art pumps, designed to keep
Still can't see shit. Oh, hi. Well, I don't need a van, so I guess we can keep going.
Gas today and experience the difference. Because when it comes to your journey,
This is my door.
every stop should be a step for convenience and
Gas,
peace of
gas, gas, got to give it some gas.
Yep, we'll change radio station today.
Welcome to No Limit Radio, the home of filthy bass and insane rhythms. This is 100% drum and bass, 100% copyright free, and 100% Akans. Get ready for a wild ride through the hardest, freshest sounds, straight from his world to yours. And if you like what you're hearing, don't forget to drop a follow on Instagram at Akans Music.
So I had some chicken wings on the ride home, and they're kind of stuck in my teeth. I have degenerative teeth thanks to my mother's side of the family. But that doesn't mean I don't try and take care of them as much as I can. It's just they're rotting out of my mouth and there's nothing I can do about it.
Better than me, I got rained on the way home.
My heat index was 102. I've been outside in 100-degree heat all day. So, I would have rather been rained on. Very, very much so. I'm covered in fucking sunburn on my arms and my neck. A little bit on my face.
Yeah, that was me. I'd probably be passed out on the floor due to my medical issues even with my salt pills. Yeah, if that was me, it probably.
Yeah, they sent us all home because the machine that we get water out of, it broke. So people couldn't even get water and it was just too hot. So instead of working all the overtime that we usually work, we only worked some of it today. But now I gotta show up another 30 minutes early tomorrow to finish what didn't get done today. Because I want to wake up even fucking earlier. Yeah, I do. I absolutely want to, yep.
Just collect the water from any air conditioner condensation, lol.
We don't have air conditioners, it's a lumber mill. We have nothing. Hell, my building doesn't even have fans.
Hey, at least the earlier you wake up, the cooler it will be.
I guess. But it's also going to make my day go even longer. Now tomorrow I do have that doctor's appointment at 4 o'clock. I don't know when I'm going to get done with it. But whenever I get done, I'll come straight home and start the recording. So it may start earlier than what Twitch says. But it also may start later. I don't know how long the doctor's office is going to take. I could be in the waiting room for a fucking hour for all I know.
Takes truck's hood off and reverses the fan so it blows instead of sucks.
My truck would overheat and explode. My truck already does not like this weather.
I know I'm joking.
Speaking of which, I need to remember to refill my coolant tomorrow. Or I'm gonna blow my radiator. I'll do that before I leave.
Drink!
Gotcha.
USS_Grey_Ghost played Drink for 100 channel points.
Oh, I got my hand in a saw again today. Not as bad this time, but
Apparently, your truck also needs a drink.
yeah. Got my hand in the saw again. Not as deep this time, though. But it is a bigger wound. Not as deep, but bigger.
Maybe you should wear some flexible leather gloves.
Not allowed to wear gloves on that machine. If you wear gloves on that machine, it can catch them.
I know it won't completely stop it, but it should slow it down long enough to be able to pull your hand away.
Nope. Because it's a kind of drill, you're not allowed to wear gloves. Because it'll catch the glove and spin it up really fast and pull your hand in. You're not allowed to wear gloves.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well.
Gloves makes that machine even more unsafe.
Wait, what? DMCA? Oh, right. Well, sorry about that.
I thought it was a saw, not a drill.
Nah, don't worry. It's all sorted out. We found him, and now he works for us.
It's both.
Answers the phone.
So, on the left side is a table saw, and on the right side are drill bits that come down and drill. So even though I was using the saw part, since the drills are on the same machine, you're not allowed to have gloves either way.
If I knew it was a drill, I wouldn't have suggested that, because I know that can go from oh yay to oh fuck, my hand's gone.
It's a dumb rule. If you're only using the saw, I should be allowed to wear gloves. But given that it was 102 out, I wouldn't wear gloves anyways. Like, I've got my palms all fucked up and everything because I don't wear the gloves. It's too hot to wear gloves. I'd rather take cuts, scrapes, and stabs over more heat. Yeah, since they're built into the same machine, they both get the same rules. Even though I wasn't using the drills, I was only using the saw. Yeah, it's got, normally it cuts the excess board off on the left.
Idea you got anything with front pockets? Freeze a bunch of ice packs, them in a cooler, stay on the back of your truck, and as the ice pack melts, swap out for brand new fresh ice packs.
I could do that. I wear overalls.
That's what I do at World War II weekend. Every year I put on MY 1949 CZECHOSLOVAKIAN military jacket and just put ice packs in.
I got overalls.
They seem to work for about 3 hours.
Problem is, I ain't got anywhere where I could refreeze an ice pack there.
And that's in direct sunlight, since there isn't really any shade at World War II weekend.
I'm in direct sunlight most of the time. I wasn't supposed to be in direct sunlight today, though. That caught me off guard. I was supposed to be inside today. But after a couple hours, they told us we're going outside. And I spent all day outside just picking shit up. I guess corporate's coming around tomorrow at noon.
Czechoslovakia.
Loads of sugar, artificial junk, and a recipe that's been around forever. Sounds outdated, right? Introducing Epsi, a soda with a different vibe. We're not here to blend in with the sugary crowd. Nope, we're here to shake things up. Epsi is all about crisp taste, natural flavours, and none
Of course it wouldn't do it when it's on all caps, but it would do it now.
Everything's weird on that thing.
Twice.
I mean, it said it either way, it just doesn't put any emphasis on it, even though you use.
As sending things so far, I didn't have a chance to turn off caps lock. So fast.
It doesn't really put emphasis on the caps lock. There's a zombie there. I know there's a zombie there. And it caught me off guard. Couldn't tell. Caught me just a teensy bit off guard.
It also doesn't do it if you use an exclamation point, and it barely emphasizes when you use a question mark.
Yeah, it doesn't really do a lot of that stuff. It's really just made to read the messages, not emphasize or do anything else with them. It really does just read it. Is there a machine to suck stuff up over here? There is. I need to put that engine in.
USS_Grey_Ghost played, new, for 75 channel points.
No. See, like that. We have it saying several no's, and it just says no. Well, there'll be some money there.
Well, technically, it is one no, just with a lot of O's.
Yeah, you're right on technicality. Technicality is the best kind of right, right? Ooh, lightning. Man, my neck hurts.
Said they love me all my life before. Guess that life was cut all too short.
Ever seen rain and thunder in this game? Have I? I don't know if I have.
Cause they said they love me all my life before. Don't break my heart.
No, I don't think I have.
Please don't go
No cars here.
There's also one way you can do it. Since you work at a sawmill, you have a lot of free sawdust, meaning you could make pie, which does not melt for hours and hours.
That I could do.
Of course, you'd have to put it in a bag and make sure it stays mixed as it freezes.
Yeah, and that would be hard.
Piecrete.
I know what piecrete is. They made a whole ship out of piecrete. Yeah, this radio station just really isn't up my alley.
No, they didn't. They made a scale model of the ship, yes, but they didn't make a full-sized ship. The largest anyone ever got, I know of, is the Mythbusters with their newspaper-style piecrete boat. It was a scale model to test the theory. They even shot torps at it. Habakkuk.
Yeah, Habakkuk, Project Habakkuk.
It took a few weeks for the bottle to sink after they abandoned it. The model to sink.
Let me see. There's Pike Reed, Joffrey Pike, and ice ships. I could have swore that somebody made one working ship. It wasn't one of the carriers, but I could have swore there was, but I guess not. Yeah, I thought they made some kind of ship out of it. I guess I was wrong. Whatever.
The Mythbusters made a full-scale
I know the
Boston
Mythbusters did.
whaler.
I know the Mythbusters did, and it lasted like 20 minutes before they gave up, and it lasted 10 more minutes while they tried to get to shore.
If you're having trouble with your car, or if you're not moving anymore, first turn down the
However,
radio
there were
volume.
also
Your engine might
concrete
be
ships
off, but you
from
can't
World
hear it
War
because
II.
of the bass.
Now, I do know
Then
concrete
do your
ships.
usual checkup.
I do know there are a lot of them built. I know there's a couple still afloat
If after all
today.
the checks, your car still won't start, congratulations. You've either blown the engine or run out of gas. In both cases, it's your fault.
Now, I'm positive on the concrete ship one. I know there's a couple still around today. I don't think it's many.
I know there's a few still afloat today as well because they're being used at a specific logging area.
Mm-hmm. Now, concrete ships were actually very, very good ideas. There were too many downsides when it came to warfare.
Which is kind of shocking considering concrete with steel reinforcement usually lasts about 75 years because of the accumulation of rest on this bar, making it expand, cracking the concrete. Of rust on the steel rebar.
Yep. It is surprising, but it just goes to show that some things last longer than they're thought to be able to last. States.
However, it could also be because they're not really being used at sea where they need to flex and bend, which would make that process faster. Their box in place to protect from storms. But they don't need to flex and bend as much.
Yeah. Them being where they're at does definitely help the situation.
Sticking through these ad breaks supports the stream, thank you. Hooray, stay tuned eyes. Now, a verse from our collective tailface mask in the chat where it us_grey_ghost reigns, wave tips for heat and truck pains. Delivery truck running dash ice packs freeze, a jacket's gain, snowflake code caps lock woes, typing strains. Cold sweat smile uppercase letters, new, echoes with O's in chains, fearful face link sawdust pie for cooling planes. High wind face mythbusters boats, concrete remains, anchor brick king Blaine gaming drives on, unchained. Video game crown. Also, it might be because I think they're in freshwater, not salt, which also increases the rate they would break apart.
There's a car suggestions channel where you can share all your ideas.
I think there's a couple that aren't in freshwater,
We'll take care of the rest.
but I do think most of the ones that are in that logging place are freshwater. Most, if not all. But I do know there's, I think, one or two that are still just being used out in the ocean. Or really in salt water, I should say. I think there's two. I think my memory's a little foggy here. That place sucks. There ain't shit there.
Tin hike, tin hike, tin hike.
Hello there, Judge. How you doing, buddy?
Now with all this World War II talk, my mind went to USS Pigeon and the only one of her sisters that are left, and that's stretching a bit because Shusha's half sunk. I wish somebody would rescue her and turn her in a museum. Ahoy.
A lot of ships are just left to rot. Like, look at the U.S. Reserve Fleet. They finally gave up on half of it.
As the USS Pigeon. Well, they were a very minor role mostly.
But it don't matter if they were a significant role. I mean, hell, we dropped 2 bombs on one of the battleships. Arizona.
They were originally the Lapwing-class minesweepers from World War I.
The U.S. is just wasteful with their ships. It's because we're a country that doesn't do ship breaking. Ship breaking is very, very, very expensive and time consuming and very hard, deadly work. That's why India takes up 80% of all the shipbreaking in the world.
Reason I say that was because the USS Pigeon is the first ship to earn a Presidential Unit citation, and she earned 2 of them.
Experience the pinnacle of automotive refinement with tut-tut car horns.
Yeah, the US absolutely. If we were gonna do shit, we shouldn't have been turning our ships into reefs or fucking nuking them. We should have been taking them apart.
Sexy.
Or just a very wasteful.
Just like or even but our best sellers is
Even our food industry and everything is incredibly wasteful in the country.
Actually, she was sunk by the Japanese in the Philippines.
Is in the details.
Tired of being chased on the track? Want to keep those tailgaters at bay? Introducing Boom Track Mines, the ultimate way to say back off.
Her sister was sold off to another country who decommissioned her, and now she's sitting on a breaker wall, I think it is.
And incredibly effective. They're the perfect addition to any competitive driver's arsenal. Warning, may cause unexpected fireworks, tire annihilation, and extreme satisfaction.
Once again, we're not having a lot of luck today.
Because your coupe only has 2 seats. We've got the solution for you. The universal ride seat. This seat can be mounted anywhere. Inside, on top, or even underneath your car, if they're feeling brave. Compact, secure, and ridiculously easy to install. It's the perfect way to turn your 2-seater into a party wagon. Now you can take the whole crew along for the ride. Because drifting is always better with an audience.
I was so fucking tired this morning. I'm so tired now. That's
Awards
why I'm quiet.
Presidential Unit Citation, 2 awards, China Service Medal, American Defense Service Medal, Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal with 1 Battle Star, World War II Victory Medal.
That's why I get for looking away. At least we were pulling up somewhere when it happened. And nothing broke.
By the time she was sunk by the Japanese, she was heavily armed for a ship of her size.
Well, yeah, we were putting guns on everything just to have more ships to deal with the Japs. If I remember correctly, even the Japanese transport ships were armed with torpedoes. They armed everything, and we had to arm everything else because we couldn't just send small ships at them.
Sink May 4th, 1942.
I wish this was fucking back up the way I want it to. But it's gonna be stupid. You bastard. Damn it.
Tin hype, tin hype, tin hype.
Oh, got it. Oh, that was hard. What are you hyped about, buddy? See, there's a car in here. What car is it? Oh, it's a Dada. With a lot of seats and stuff.
The music.
Got all the seats for my Dada. I thought the truck had goat plates too. I guess I was wrong. What plates did the truck have? I could have swore it had goats. I don't think you have anything else I need on you then. Unless you got,
Her sister
Right,
Orc,
Normir.
I think, is the one I was thinking of transferred to Venezuela. The 9th of June 1947. Decommissioned in 1962 and abandoned as of 2019. The big truck has blank grey plates.
No, I already have the big truck plates. I meant this truck. I thought it had, come on, words come to me. Goat plates. I was wrong though.
The Piopa has 2 goat plates.
Thought it had Poyopa.
However, there are quite a few of her sisters whose fates are unknown, so they may still be around somewhere.
You bastard, get in there. Why won't you hook on? What the fuck? Wrong back bumper. The wrong back bumper.
Orc was sold to the government of Venezuela on the 9th of June 1947 and renamed Felipe Larrazabal, R11. The ship was decommissioned in 1962 and eventually abandoned at Puerto Cabello, Venezuela, where the hulk is visible as of 2015. Yep, that's the one I was talking about.
They do that to a lot of ships. If 40k is right and machines have machine spirits, there are a lot of machines that are going to want to have a word with quite a few people. I imagine Arizona is one of them.
Suddenly, the Enterprise's sprite appears in 40K and is pissed.
Oh yeah, it would be incredibly pissed.
Starts bombing everything chaos.
Do that.
Funny thing is I couldn't be pissed at the sailors or the officers government sure.
I could be pissed at a lot of things. I also couldn't be at the same time. So I'd given somebody some money and told me to get me something wherever they stopped. Because I didn't have time making food. I ate 6 wings on the way home that I'd got from a gas station.
Not really, because multiple 3-star admirals tried to get the Enterprise preserved as a museum after World War II. The government is what prevented it.
Yep. You know what I think we should bring to real life from 40K? Corpse starch. Nothing wasted.
Now I'm not upset about CVN65 because that makes complete sense why they could not make her museum, because of the fact her having one reactor for one boiler would mean they'd have to cut so much out of her. She would not have been structurally sound enough to be a museum and be safe.
Yeah. Eating and driving, bad idea.
Because if I remember correctly, she had 8 reactors in her. That much area taken up would not have been small by any means.
Also, be careful with
No,
fuel.
wouldn't be.
A diesel engine won't run on gasoline, and vice versa.
Although if I remember correctly, her replacement should be in the water about now.
I think. I'm not the most up to date on Able.
CVN80, though her number does make me sad because she loses the 6th, the first you had in their number. The first two had in their number.
Yeah.
CBM-6 and CBN65.
Alright. Back on the road, come on. Yeah, despite how much naval games I play.
What would have been hilarious is the hijinks they could have gotten up to with British crew of the HMS Enterprise, a cruiser in WW2, if they had ever been in the same port at the same time.
That could have been funny, yeah. But yeah, despite how much ship games I play, I'm really not the most educated on, especially newer anything. Like, a lot of my knowledge ends at like 1930, 1920 for ships. Like, I know a couple of the more famous ones, like Yamamoto, Bismarck, Iowa, Rochelle. I know like some of the Italian stuff, like the
I'm not the most educated either, but I remember correctly she was supposed to have been launched and possibly commissioned this year.
I do not know. Can't say I know much.
If I remember correctly.
Truck, we already have our truck done. $5.50 already. Same rules I've had most of the week so far. I've got it in at 6:30. I went late yesterday because I didn't get home till late. And oh my god, did that screw me today. I was so fucking tired. It was so hot.
Never mind. The date changed. It's not 2031.
If it was 2031, I was gonna say if it was 2031, it wasn't launched now either.
Welcome to Gas, where your journey begins with convenience and reliability. Fuel up with confidence at our state-of-the-art pumps, designed to keep you moving forward without a hitch.
I'm just extremely tired today. That's why I'm a little less than talkative than normal. I can't help it. I'm just trying to at least keep my eyes open, not sit here and nod off.
Honestly, you have to give the original nuclear-powered Enterprise credit or credits due.
You do,
she
yeah.
was the first nuclear-powered carrier and she laughed well into the 2000s. Which is actually a shockingly long amount of time considering she was the first attempt and she was a one-off ship class.
Don't settle for ordinary. Step up to turbocharge and unleash the full potential of your vehicle. Visit your nearest dealer and experience the power of turbocharge today.
Some things are just meant to succeed.
Turbocharge, because every second counts.
And they put a lot of thought and detail into her, so it would have been hard for her to fail. It really would have had to have been fucked for her to fail. Not impossible, just
The only problem with her was they had her overpowered. But they did her like that because they didn't know, hence why he was a one-off and didn't have any sisters.
Yeah. You could look at it that way, yeah. I don't think we need any of those other parts.
So you asked me for hard music, right? Thanks for the support, and sorry for what's about to come.
I remember correctly, the following class had a lot fewer reactors.
I think so. Yeah, as far as I know, they are taking the Enterprise apart right now. Which sucks.
Like 2, 3, or 4 compared to 8. Which is kind of ironic, considering they're also building her right now.
I don't think it should have been scrapped or decommissioned. You want to talk about reserve fleets and stuff that should go into reserve fleets. I think CV-65, the Enterprise, I think it should have been in the reserve fleet. I think it should have been kept and maintained. I don't think it should have been sent to be recycled in the first place. Period. That's my opinion, and my opinion is worth dog shit. My granddaddy on my mother's side was on the Enterprise for a good long time. 23 years or 20. He was either 23 years or 25 years in the Air Force. He had been launched off the Enterprise more than a couple of times. I'm glad that that's one of the good things, that he did not know it was going to be scrapped before he passed, because that would have pissed him all the way off. Just a couple of weeks before his death, he was talking about that ship again. I know a lot of the naval veterans that are still alive and who have served on that ship have been fucking livid at it being scrapped. Nobody thought it was that time. Nobody thought it was that time or that ship's time to go yet. Nobody. The only people that thought like that was the government.
Hello, everyone. Today,
and that's just because they want to shell out billions and trillions of dollars on new shit.
It's a technique widely used by sound designers.
That's it.
Involves making a chair squeak on the floor and layering some drum and bass over it.
In service 1961 to 2017, inactive. That is well over 50 years in service. That's a long time for any naval ship, even if the last 5 years were inactive.
Still, even the Navy itself said there was no reason to scrap that ship. The Navy was against scrapping it. It was the government that made the call.
I didn't come here to compete. I came here to rule. You thought you owned me, but I ruled. Step aside or be crushed.
Considering that it's an air class carrier as well, there's just not a lot of reasons to scrap it. It's not like it's being outgunned or it's an outdated battleship in a world that's not dominated by battleships anymore.
Sticking through these ad breaks supports the stream. Thank you. Hooray, stay tuned, guys. Which prestigious trophy has been claimed by vessels such as Australia 2 and America 3? Find out when the ads end in about a minute.
And look how long the B-52's been in service. That's a long time for a plane. Look at the A-10. The problem is, both of those have more pull in the military because we just don't really have a lot of things better. Every time we go to try and retire the A-10, it proves why it's still around. Every time they go to talk about trying to do anything with B-52, it proves why it's still around.
Okay, the last motto on this list I like because it's funny and references my point about the 8 reactors. Motto: we are legend. Ready on arrival. The first, the finest. 8 reactors, none faster. The America's Cup is the illustrious prize that has been won by both Australia 2 and America 3.
I just don't have very high opinions on it being scrapped in the first place. Although that is made pretty obvious, I suppose. What I hear, even the, I think it was in Alabama where it's being deconstructed. As far as I know, there's even several workers that have refused to work on it. There's just a lot of people that are all in agreement that it shouldn't be deconstructed.
I was right. The following class was the Nimitz class carriers, and they only had 2 reactors on board, so yeah, Enterprise was well overpowered.
Yes, extremely overpowered. It had failsafe after failsafe after failsafe. It could lose almost every reactor and still keep going.
She probably had more fail seats than the first ever nuclear-powered vessel. That is a museum.
Yeah. Like I said, that carrier was made to outlast everyone and everything. Its whole purpose in being built and being a one-off was to be the carrier. It was supposed to last 100 years. It wasn't supposed to be scrapped yet. Grandpa, having served on for so long, was also some of the people.
Actually, they originally 6 planned to be built.
I know there were originally 6 planned to be built. I just know it never happened. But my grandpa was also of the people who said that it was supposed to last 100 years. I don't know how true that is. I have never really dug into it myself. But given how many fail safes and everything is, I could see them building it to last 100 years.
There's only one ship I know of that. It's still in service over 100 years later and is still in active use and not just to represent the country's navy.
I think I know of one as well.
That's the one Russian repair and sub-tender ship.
Yeah, it's
That is a double pontoon with those archers.
I know, that thing's what? Isn't that like 112 years old this year? 113?
That's over 112, I think.
I think it's 113 now, because I think it was launched in 1913. I know India has a ship called the Star of India, but it's a commercial ship, not military. But I know it's been around since 18 something.
The oldest active ship in the Russian Navy is the submarine salvage vessel Kommuna, which is 113 years old.
I knew it!
Launched originally as the Volkov in November 1913, she was officially commissioned into the Imperial Russian Navy in 1915 and has continuously served through the Soviet and Russian eras.
I knew it! Like I said, I know the Star of India has a commercial ship.
And the primary reason she's still around is because she's a non-combatant ship.
Yep. That's why I said the Star of India. That ship's a non-combat ship. It's a commercial ship. I mean, it's been around even longer.
The oldest ship in the planet that is a museum might be the Vasa.
I wasn't counting oldest on the planet or museum. I meant still in active use. I know the Star of India is still in active use. I know it was launched in 18 something.
I know, but that made me think of that. That is unless what's left of the Mary Rose is older.
I don't know.
Of course, she is in a lot worse condition than the Vassar.
Yeah. Up on them headlights.
Blink, motherfucker!
USS_Grey_Ghost
Yeah, I'm
Ghost
blinking.
Plate, Blink Motherf. For 10 channel points. I haven't had a lot to talk about today. I'm just so fucking tired. And I spent a couple of minutes there eating. I'm just tired. This working early and then late and then all this fucking heat is breaking me down. Like I said, I went to that lung specialist yesterday. Found out I had pneumonia and all that shit. And yeah, the pneumonia is Dan
gone.
Mukbang streams.
And yeah, the pneumonia is gone. They said it'll be 2 or 3 more weeks before my body fully recovers. And then I've got slightly more than moderate scarring on the lungs. Some of it's going to be permanent, but they're hoping these breathing treatments will at least lessen it. They told me to sit in cool places with air.
Then, your body can't fully recover.
No, my body can't fully recover. There is scarring on the lungs. I can't fully recover some of that. Well, a lot of that. They're hoping I don't develop a condition. I forget the word they used. But basically, I'll drown on dry land.
Just use cell therapy, lol.
Yeah, they're hoping I don't develop a condition that more or less permanently gives you pneumonia. Usually you get it from chemical burns on your lungs. But it'd basically be like drowning on dry land. I'd have to have my lungs pumped periodically. And they're hoping that that's not what's happening. They're hoping that doesn't develop. They say it's unlikely because that's usually related to more chemical burns and things.
Yes, that's what chlorine gas did in World War I.
Yep. And I have a buddy I worked with who was in the military. He works the lumber mill with me. He has to go and have his lungs drained like every 6 to 8 months. because his lungs got burned by chemicals while he was in service. He has to go to the VA every 6 to 8 months to get his lungs drained. And he said the same thing. It's unlikely to happen, but with the moderate scarring, he said there's a chance it could develop into that. Just what the doctor said too, but it is extremely unlikely. They said that is usually only for chemical burns or things similar in nature. Problem is, I already had prior damage to my lungs from when I worked in that plastic manufacturing plant, because I was breathing in a lot of toxic gases. They did swabs and stuff all the way down to my throat, and they did find some pieces of plastic and stuff on the inside of my lungs. So that's why they're saying there's a chance that it could develop into that, because I had prior damage from breathing in all of the toxic gases at that plastic plant, Spartek. Trying to see who's calling my phone. I don't know anybody in Bisbee, Arizona. I'm not going to answer. At least I remembered to have it on silent. I've been going uphill for a while.
Don't forget to stretch.
USS_Grey_Ghost played Stretch for 75 channel points.
Stretching hurts though, I'm so worn out. Oh, fucking popped my back, damn it. Oh, that hurts. God. Now I can't move my neck. Nope. Okay, rotate entire body there. Oh. Yep, can't move my neck now. We are playing like this for the rest of the stream. Oh. Oh, it hurts. Yep, just keep... Yeah, that's how we're playing now. Yep. My neck. That did not pop right.
You are now Turret Man.
I am now Turret Man. I'm also playing at a really, really weird angle. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. That stretch was a bad idea. I let all the tension out of my neck while trying to stretch, and it popped. Not very comfy. I need to start going to that massage therapist and chiropractor again. I can't afford it though. I can't afford any fucking thing. I hit myself. Well, I think I'm gonna have to sit up here and try and get my neck to move. Oh. Oh. Oh, my neck. Oh, my neck, my back, my crack, and my nutsack. Everything hurts. Damn it. Oh, why is my body gotta be falling apart when I'm this young? It ain't fair. Life ain't fair. My fucking shoulder hurts too. Oh, you know what? Just
Okay, Mr. Back in my day.
back in my day, our cigarettes didn't have filters. It's what's killing all you guys and giving you cancer. Snapping this filter off doesn't do shit because it still tastes the same. Blasted lighter. Match it is. Back in my day. Smell the rain, you could see the stars, and the clouds didn't contain as much smog. Yeah, that is something I've noticed even since I was a kid. You can go outside at night and look up at the sky, and you can't hardly see stars half the time anymore. There's just so much fucking smog in the sky. I can drive out more into the country and start to see them again, but I gotta get away from all the factories and everything first. Oh, we're getting ready to hit our wrap-up point. Because I can't go late. Now, I have had no news on overtime next week, so hopefully next week's back to our normal time every day, which means about 2.5 hours for every stream. Except for on the weekend. They tried to get me to sign up for Saturday and Sunday overtime today. I told them no. I told them no because they're being fucking cunts.
Cow and tent.
The last 4 weeks, last 4 paychecks, they've started adjusting my hours manually to 40 hours. And it's been costing me quite a few buckaroos on the old paycheck.
Isn't that wage theft?
Yes and no. Since it's not pre-authorized overtime, technically they can take it. But if I take it to trial, I will win. Problem is, it's not enough money for me to be... It's not enough money for me to take it to trial yet. The amount of money I would spend on a lawyer and everything would cost me more than I would ever get back. And now if they keep doing it for like a year or two, I'll have enough to where a lawyer will do it for free as long as they get a cut. Yeah, they're still letting everybody come in at the original time, but they changed our scheduled time to work. They cut us all the way back. Instead of working 50 or 60-hour weeks, they want us to only work 40 to 50-hour weeks. But people in my department, because I'm just general labor, we aren't even getting paid for the 50-hour weeks. Everybody, not just me, has been getting their pay cut back to 40 hours on the dot. A couple of people get like 40.04. And that adds up. About $300-400 if you're going for a 50-hour week. About $300-400. A little bit more if you're actually at full 50 and not like 45 or 46 every month. I was relying on my extra money to keep up with bills because all my bills went up. Now, I haven't gotten that anymore. And I still show up to work at the same time and clock in. But I shut my truck off. I recline my seat all the way back, and I have a pillow in my truck that I've been sitting in now. And like today, they tried to get me up and get me out there working a little bit earlier than planned. And I'm like, no, you guys have cut back on the time I'm allowed to actually be clocked in. I ain't doing shit for you. And they don't have a comeback to that. Because it's true. So the only thing they do is, well, remember, you're on the clock. As soon as the clock strikes this number, we need you on the floor. I'm like, and I will. I'll be on the floor, starting my paperwork to start the day at that time. Why don't you do your paperwork now? Because you guys aren't paying me anymore. Still getting there on a normal work week. Still getting there at 3:30. But I'm not actually starting my work now until 4:30. Getting there an hour early now. Technically, that's my old scheduled time. But since they changed the schedule, well, you can still clock in. You just don't get paid for it.
40 hours, you get 40 hours worth of effort out of.
Yes, that's more or less what's been happening. And I even had a meeting about it. Talking about quiet quitting. Which I thought was a fucking joke. Quiet quitting my ass. You want me to do extra? You want me to do the shit I was doing before? Let me have the money I was getting before. That's why I did it. Think I don't want to stay in my fucking bed instead of having me in there at 3:30? Yeah, I'd love to stay in my fucking bed. But no. No, it's not really an option. Say it's an option. It's not. Well, we're gonna get ready to save it here. So let me save and exit.
Well, you could because you can stay in your truck bed. Winking face.
I'll have to stay in my truck bed. Like I said, I've been staying in my cab with a pillow and a blanket. Although since it's been so hot, I haven't needed the blanket. Yeah, I always keep a pillow, a blanket, 2 spare coats, and a pair of overalls in my truck. Because I have been trapped out in the middle of a winter storm for like 20 hours. Stuck in a fucking ditch. Cold. And didn't have enough fuel to keep the truck running, so I shut it off. Like, I know to be careful.
Sticking through these ad breaks supports the stream. Thank you. Hooray, stay tuned, guys.
We're gonna go in here and sell
now,
that engine really
a verse
quick.
from our collective tailface mask in the chat where it us_grey_ghost reigns, ship Vass's fate and mukbangs cause some pains. Hamburger stem cells and histories gas, a stretch alert, shot turret man now, in this gaming concert. Video game back in my day echoes with a jest, tears of joy, cow and tent, wage theft at its best. Moneybag 40 for 40, the efforts test, 3 o'clock King Blaine gaming drives on, never at rest. Delivery truck running dash.
I wish I was in a delivery truck. That would be air conditioned. No, they went a different route and hired somebody else. Job was almost mine. We need the appointment. No. Alright, 6-8. Money. There's some $2,000. I need more missions that are better. Alright, well, with that, we've got some money now for the main game. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. Hope everyone has a good day, good night, good life, and take it easy out there, y'all. And sorry it's a short one.